What's up? What's up, everyone? Sorry, give me one moment. I forgot to mute that tab, and I almost heard myself speak, and you never want to hear yourself speak. That's not quite true. I'm getting a little more used to it as I record videos, but videos and shorts and everything, but it's still still a little weird. All right, I think everything is set up now. That is not my notes. That's my notes. I can probably go into the game. Oh, what I should probably do is close my video editing software because probably wouldn't make a big deal, but DaVinci likes to hog up a lot of resources.
my thanks to thee. Seems you came up We're good to go!
I don't know how I didn't notice my mic was muted. Actually, no, I do know, but... Yeah, I unmuted it, but then my pop filter accidentally tapped the button. So thank you for pointing that out for me. And then it was blocking... I gotta find a new setup for my pop filter. It's less likely to block the light. Now, I don't know what I was saying before this, and it really doesn't matter, because... nobody else had any idea what I was saying either. Ooh. Well, it's a good thing that this section was mostly just gameplay rather than... me reading out a whole bunch of dialogue to nobody. Is that our exit out of this plane? Doesn't look like there's anything standing between us and it either. Time to make a mad dash for the... Wait. What's up? I can smell the distinctive scent of the underworld. It grows stronger by the second. What? We're gonna get surrounded by magic circles then? No, this isn't gonna come from a circle. It's coming from above. Some spiders... What? Spiders? On a scale of cute to creepy, these things definitely weigh in heavily on creepy. What's up, Abner? See, the mic was muted, but that was because my pop filter accidentally bumped the button. Because, like, my pop filter sits right in front of the mic, as it probably as it should. But the way it was sitting, I don't know, this part of the pop filter was blocking the light. So I couldn't see the blinking light. And I also couldn't see that my pop filter had bumped the button, causing it to mute. But good morning, Abner. These are the 3 gluttonous Arachne sisters, kin of the 77 devils featured in the Testaments. They weave nightmares and consume the souls of those who wander into their labyrinth. So this is what this is what real devils are like, huh? They shall look the part. And knowing you, you very well could have just gotten up. I don't actually. That's not outside the realm of possibility. But they're not gonna be enough to stop us. Let's get nasty. Right. So we got 320k guys. It's like 4 hours ago. Yeah, that. You're like 6 hours ahead of me, so you woke up at like 10 p.m. or something. Morale. That art is always so awkward to position. Oh, you hate to see that. Is her S-Craft AoE? Oh wait, it's Annalisa's turn. Small, medium. You don't consider the 1 hour after waking up that you spend reading as awake. If that's the case, I can say I go to bed at 12:30 most nights. Or 12 to 12:30 most nights. I then just sit in bed and watch YouTube or One Piece for an hour. That's the same, right? Pretty much, okay. I just needed some confirmation. Okay, I should... Curia. Okay, well, good news, we still have a shitload of movement. Okay, you also have an AoE art. Or AoE S-Craft. No, they're just out of range.
Upon the golden wings of Saturn,
I might be able to kill that one. It's got like 6 health. I didn't want to use all of my S-Crafts, but it has literally got like 7 health. Why did that one create a bigger dude? Arachne Zigma. Did 9,000 damage. I miss Kevin. No, not that one. That one. Okay, I was really hoping that one was gonna die, and I was really hoping that wasn't gonna target her. All right. This is, I believe the technical term is bad. Yeah. I mean, on Twitch, I usually have Twitch open anyways, so I can pretty much always see when someone's live, but... And, like, I'm never on any other page on Twitch. Oh, that was the wrong one. So, like, for me, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, I do get it. This is not going very well. Well, let's see, because this is gonna crit and not kill. I think we take a mulligan on this one. I think we take a mulligan on this one.
Goddess, have mercy.
I think maybe we check out our equipment. My cursor out of the... What the hell? Don't hijack my cursor. Okay. Do I have something better that prevents petrify? No. So let's run back. Yeah, we'll lose 50 strength. I think that's fine. It was like, Petrify is just game over. Where is it? No. Where'd it go? There we go. Yeah, like, I don't think Scara got to take a single turn that time. Automod. Thank you, Automod. Alright, we don't need to read this again. Wish I could tell my chat not to include Automod messages. I've searched through it. I couldn't find an option. Maybe I'll have to try again. Oh, that didn't kill it. I mean, if I can't be petrified, this is... Did it interrupt her? I think it did interrupt her. Poison.
We're good to go.
Yeah, like I didn't see an option in my chat bot, so I don't know, we'll take a look at it later. Okay. There's that.
We're good to go.
Oh, what's up, Wheeler? Sorry, I didn't... You sent your message right as I was deleting an auto mod notification, so I didn't see that. How's it going? Down some movement. This is not going as well. Okay. That should kill it. Maybe I now want to split up a bit. Let's... It's interrupting. These interruptions are the problem. There's all these interruptions and they do strength down. Here, let's try and kill that guy. So close. It's gonna redirect Estelle. That's fine. Slightly awkward AoEs. Yeah, we're a little bit too split up right now. I didn't actually mean to hit that. That was...
Upon the golden wings ascend.
I accidentally bumped the button, but I guess it's not a huge deal. You have a AT Advance. Just the wrong one. Oh, I can target it on a certain person. Okay, and then we can get Estelle out sooner. Okay, that's fine. I just want to guarantee that Estelle got that in time. Alright, who getting blasted? Analyst has no... There we go. I'm like one... I was like one... Jesus Christ... tile away.
Let's go.
Okay, you just know that she's gonna be targeted. The game decided to prove me wrong one time. And you're going to morale. And you... I assume you don't have any crap points. You can't use dark matter. You don't really have much to do, so we're just gonna have a gangbang. He's gonna take 36 turns in a row. You don't have a root.
We're good to go.
She's gonna die right away, isn't she? Yeah. I thought I had something about KOs.
We're good to go.
Just heal her. Must. Oh, he attacked someone else this time. He continued to attack someone else. That's a surprise. Arc Fencer 2, let's go. Whole bunch of items. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. What was up with that last one? That was so unfair. That must have been Zigma, the Three Sisters' mother. And even she was not able to stop us, thankfully. What? That looks like... Another sealing stone, huh? I honestly figured Ren's was gonna be the last. I think this one may actually be different. The other stones had a strange sense of warmth when you held them. Not so for this one. Really? Is it because it has something bad in it? No, instead of the usual warmth, it seems to have a cool, almost divine feel to it. Almost as if it might contain the goddess herself within. Heh, sharp as usual. Who's that? So you decided to show your face again, did you? Haha, that priest is still unconscious, I see. What a shame. I was rather surprised to find out that he can only use his stigma's power against heretics. Even power of that magnitude is meaningless if it's so limited and has such repercussions. I almost pity him. To tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting you to reach this point so quickly. Your final piece is inordinately capable. You mean Ren? Thanks to her, I ended up having to make my appearance sooner than I was expecting. Yep, there's definitely Ren's job. Should have assumed no less from the host of Gransel's finest tea party. How do you know about that? Regardless, I came to fulfill a duty, and fulfill it I shall. Think of that stone as a gift for gathering all the pieces scattered throughout Phantasma. It contains not an additional piece, but a rule book of sorts that you may find beneficial. Rule book? It certainly explains why it feels different compared to the others. It's mean that you're finally ready to face us head-on rather than continuously taunting us? Whether that time comes is entirely up to you. For now, all I'll say is this. On the next game board, all of you will find yourself face-to-face with a number of trials to overcome. He's escaping again. Wait a damn minute. Is that all you've got to say? What kind of trials? Heh. Variety in all shapes and sizes. Even I will be one of them. You! I eagerly anticipate seeing whether you're able to overcome them all and make it to me. Don't disappoint me now. Oh. It's almost as if he can't help but try to taunt us. He stays just long enough to say something cryptic and then leaves before elaborating every single time. Oh, I just love those types. Something wrong, Estelle? Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, we might have gotten nothing but cryptic teasers out of him, but we do have a new sealing stone to unlock. I think we should head back to the garden and get to it. I agree. Quite curious as to just what this rule book is as well. The way it glows is pretty different compared to all the other sealing stones. Okay, he skipped step 2 there. You're right. I wonder who's going to appear out of it. Chloe? Something wrong? No, it's just... the light radiating from it feels somehow nostalgic. Huh? That comes as no surprise. It's another Olivier. Oh no, I don't think I can handle 2 of them. It's her. What? She looks like... I'm so glad I can finally communicate with you like this. I wonder how many hundreds of years it's been since I was last able to hold a true conversation. Your Highness? Wait. You aren't... Are you? It's a pleasure to have the chance to meet one of my own descendants. And allow me to extend a hand of welcome to all of you, visitors to my garden. My name is Celeste. Celeste D. Osleys. No, let's not split my recording here. I'm gonna split it in a minute if I do doors. You've reached the Emerald City Church. How may I help you? Oh, is that you, Kevin? I didn't think you'd be there already, so I was just gonna leave a message with the priest. Oh, hey, Rufina. Yeah, I got here late this morning. How about you? When do you think you'll be getting here? I'm gonna be a little late, I'm afraid. There's been an accident or something, so the train's been delayed. Probably won't be getting there until this evening now. Gotcha. I'll wait here until you arrive. I think Reese and the kids would get all bent out of shape if I showed up without you. Oh, please. I'm sure you're just exaggerating. Although, speaking of Reese, I hope you've been thinking about how you're going to cheer her up. I've got it all planned out. I've been stocking up on souvenirs from every mission I've been going on. Should be enough to snap her out of her funk. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Girls her age are more complex than you think. Yeah? I guess she's not really a kid anymore now that she's 13, but still. Actually, that's about how old you were when we first met, right? Now that you mention it, it was. How time flies. Sorry, looks like the train's about ready to leave. I'm gonna have to go. I'll see you later then, alright? If you get bored of waiting, you're welcome to go on home ahead of me, of course. Got it. See you later. Man, how time flies is right. Have you really not been home in 2 years? I guess that makes 9 since I met Rufina. I hope Reese isn't too grumpy when we finally get there. Kevin! What is it, Father? Has something bad happened? Well, I've just received word that someone spotted a group of men dressed in all black at the edge of town. What's worse is they were supposedly heading for the mountain path. You don't think they were? Astor House must be their target, I fear. You have any idea what could be going on? I wish I did. I doubt it's anything to do with the Gralsritter, at least. I think I should go and check it out just in case. Please do. Oh, you know when Rufin is going to be arriving, by the way? This evening, by the sound of it. She said her train's been delayed. When she arrives, can you let her know what happened? Damn it. Jaegers? Seems like there's anywhere between 5 and 10 of them. What could they want with a gospel facility to begin with? The longer they're allowed to be in there, the more danger the kids are in. I'm gonna have to try and handle this alone. It's time to put my combat skills to good use. Is this when Rufina... So I've learned that she... Oh, well. Already learned that Rufina has, ceased. Sorry, I'm just grabbing a pin because my hair's getting in my face. Chapter 6. The Guardian's Trails. Celeste? Wasn't that the name we saw in those data, Chris? Oh, yeah! That's right. According to those, she was the de facto leader of the group of ancients who sealed away the Oriole. Yeah, and we pretended to be her. She's also the founder of Liberl's current royal family. I'm glad to see the information I left behind ended up proving useful to someone. It really did. Yeah, literal identity theft. Do we tell her that? Maybe we don't tell her that one. So then you're really the founder of Liberl's royal family? Not technically. I'm not the real Celeste D. Osleys. Think of me as something of a shadow. Or a partial copy. Or partial copy her personality created in order to influence Phantasma from within. How can you only be a partial copy? The truth behind you is apparently more complicated than we thought. You don't appear to be a spirit of some kind, though. I see that now. That is correct. Before I try to explain just what I am, I should probably tell you more about what the world we are in is first. You can do that? This should be interesting. As you're aware, the land in which you stand is called Phantasma. This is a world belonging to a higher plane of existence, created several thousands of years ago by the Oriole. Its purpose was to act as a subsystem for the Oriole in order to incorporate and process the will of Liber Arc's populace. One might call it a self-organized world designed to realize countless possible others as necessary. Pardon? You've lost me. Yeah, isn't there a simpler way to explain this? Well, while not technically correct, perhaps you could think of it this way. Phantasma is like a fictitious realm created by the Oriole in order to fulfill humanity's every wish and desire. That's better. Wait, or what exactly qualifies Phantasma as fictitious? I can't help but think it far too real to be a land of pure fantasy. When I say a fictitious world, I don't mean to suggest that Phantasma is a complete lie. It's more like a shadowgraph or a kaleidoscope. It has its own laws and can change to reflect countless different possibilities. Does this make the concept any easier for you to understand? Somewhat, yes. And suddenly the name Phantasma seems that much more appropriate. As I stated previously, it was a subsystem of the Oriole rather than being the Oriole itself, and it helped to grant people's desires. They were separate entities, but effectively like two sides of the same coin. The relationship caught our eye as we were devising the sealing mechanism. You mean the mechanism used to seal away the Oriole? It was also in those data crystals left behind. Exactly. At first, we thought our plan would be impossible to execute. After all, the Oriole had absolute control over space itself and was able to influence mankind's every action. And after coming upon the idea of temporarily freezing and imprisoning it, the gravity barrier, we had no way to implement our plans. Without that, they were simply ideas with no real meaning. We were effectively at a total loss. You had discovered your foe's weakness, but had no way to take advantage of it. That must have been quite the frustrating predicament. Indeed. And yet our perseverance rewarded us with the development of something that could take advantage of that weakness, the Recluse Cube. Is that what this is known as, then? Yes. It is the only object in existence able to interact with Phantasma without relying on the Oriole as an intermediary. Celeste used that to create a partial copy of her personality, that is, me, inside Phantasma. And once inside, I began working to sabotage Phantasma's functionality by using this garden as my base of operations. As a result of my efforts, the Oriole's processing ability was hindered just long enough for the plan to be executed. He who catches his foe off guard wins the battle. The same principle applies to martial arts, too. It sounds like you really put a lot of thought into planning everything. Maybe, but I can't deny that luck played a part in the end. Once the Oriole was sealed away, my work was done, and I fell into a deep sleep here. My reason being that if the Oriole were ever unsealed, I might be able to provide assistance to the people of that time. Pleased you've been able to handle it just fine without my help, however. Luck's played a huge part for us too, though. We're not even sure where the Oriole is now. As far as we're aware, it disappeared during all that happened at the Liber Arc. Thought as much. I was able to confirm the Oriole's disappearance from here within Phantasma too. When I did so, I thought my purpose for existing was finally over, and that all that was left for me in this land was to embrace a slow and peaceful destruction. But that was not to be. Soon the Lord of Phantasma appeared. Ah, so that's when it happened. Quite a recent development, I see. The Lord of Phantasma appeared out of nowhere, stealing all of my power before I was even aware what happened. After doing so, they began to remake Phantasma in accordance to their own designs. But this world's current structure and the planes that made it up were all the Lord of Phantasma's creations. Looks like your theory was correct, Ren. Still, that makes it sound like... yeah. So you don't know who that masked bastard is then either? I'm afraid not. Their every action thus far has been a mystery. Ordinarily, they should not have been able to gain access to this world in the first place. I'm afraid I have no idea what they are trying to achieve by bringing all of you in here and testing you. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, that's the part we want to know most of all. I only wish I could be of more help. The only other thing I can say about them is that I suspect the Lord of Phantasma is currently in the 7th plane. There's a 7th? What makes you think that? That was the first plane they created after appearing in this world. Just what kind of a place that plane is, I don't know. But I can sense dark, inhuman thoughts from there, and they're spreading out across the whole of Phantasma. That doesn't sound good. And we'll be seeing them after the next one, won't we? Yeah, we just finished the 5th when we came back here. Presuming they're waiting for us on the 7th, the time to fight them head-on may not be that far off. I was getting tired of waiting. As was I. It seems the end may finally be in sight. Now, if only we had some sort of inkling as to what the Lord of Phantasma is trying to achieve. Actually, I just might. Yo, Kevin's back. Kevin, you're up. It's good to see you again, Father. You too. Wasn't expecting you of all people to get an invitation here. Or you, for that matter, little lady. Sure you weren't. I've got something I want to ask you. But I suppose that can wait until later. Ah, for sure. Are you sure you're feeling alright? Right as rain, I'm feeling just great. All that sleep must have done me a lot of good. I see you guys made a whole lot of progress while I was out cold, too. Yeah. Hey, I'm Kevin Graham. Maybe I don't need to introduce myself since you seem to know a thing or two about everyone who's come in here so far. True. I was able to tell what was happening at the Liber Arc from the garden. Out of all the people here, you are the one closest to the truth of what's happening here. Am I wrong? What? No, I don't think you are. Can't pretend to be much of an expert on what Phantasma itself is. We've got a pretty good idea as to who's responsible for all of this. I can only think of one person twisted enough to put us through all we've been through. Wait, is this someone you know? You could say that, yeah. Short version is they're a real piece of work. cunning, arrogant, cold-hearted son of a bitch who doesn't even see people as people. That about sums up who we're dealing with. Sounds like a real awful guy. And who, may I ask, is it that you were talking about? Well, about that. Would you be willing to wait just a bit longer for the answer to that one? Kevin, I will throw you into the cosmos. Pretty sure I'm right, but I'm still missing one last thing that'll let me be completely certain. I think we'll find out just what that is in the 6th plane. Huh. And here I thought we were finally going to get an answer. Is there a reason you can't share your theory as is? Yeah, I realize I'm asking a lot after we've come so far. But I promise that as soon as I know for sure, I'll talk. I swear on the goddess's name and on the church's emblem. Well, I don't see any reason to say no. Likewise, he's clearly got his reasons. It's not often you ask us for favors, so I can let it slide. No problem here. If he says wait, I'll wait. Feels though we can trust your judgment, Kevin, so I have no objections either. Me neither. I don't really care as long as I get to have my fun. I believe we're all in agreement then. Yep, consider this one settled. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Anyway, now that I'm up, I'm also down to take lead again. I'd appreciate it if you backed me up. No problem. Seems like you're all ready to move on. While you're advancing through the 6th plane, I'll do all that I can on my end to find out more about the 7th. Of course, if you need my support, I'll be happy to provide it through the cube and monuments as I always have. Now that you mention it, we haven't really thanked you for all the help you've given us since we got here, have we? Thanks, Celeste. We couldn't have done this without you. You truly are in your debt. Please think nothing of it. I am but a shadow placed here with a duty to fulfill. I believe helping you to be part of that duty. If I may, allow me to help you however I can. Will do. Sorry for worrying you too, Reese. But I'm just fine now. But please, just leave everything to me. I'm begging you. Only if you promise me one thing. What is it? I won't make you promise not to put yourself in danger or to overdo it. But don't do anything that would make Rufina sad. Ah, you really know how to hit a guy where it hurts, don't you? So, will you promise? Yeah, I promise. Swear on her name, I won't. Oh, we get full customization over the party now. Well, apart from Kevin, but... we gained a lot of levels on that last plane, what the hell?
Great. Here we go.
Okay. No, that's not right. I'm gonna need to change party members to go through doors. I built my party like I was planning to go to the next floor, and then I guess I'd probably have to do a little bit of grinding at the start, but Ren is so small. I guess Tita's also that small, but... Tita doesn't have a wide poofy dress, so she looks a little taller. Ren, it just looks tiny. I guess Tita's hat's also pretty tall. Okay, doors. Am I going through this door? I guess we'll go through this door. Well, what do we need for all of these? Olivier Vander. I just must first overcome a trial. What does that mean? I don't think I have 20 kinds of recipes yet. Probably done 100 battles. Oops. Estelle.
You ready?
That is not the voice that I would have given to either Estelle or Joshua. Oh, you're still here. All right. Time for doors. Recording. Goodbye, Phantasma. We'll see you again in an hour. Alright, it's 9. Well, I don't need to look at the clock. I have my recording to tell me how long this has taken exactly. We're gonna hit that turbo button. Grant you a memory fragment, my blessing, yada yada. The first week. Well, hello there. No need to be so afraid. I am but a humble magician. Will heal your broken heart for you. Provided, of course, I am compensated. Ugh. 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 Joshua, are you okay? Your temperature's gone up again. Stay still. Where's a towel? Where's a towel? Wait a sec, okay? I'll be right back with some water. Aaron, All I could hear in my head during those days were the same words repeating endlessly like a broken record. Yet somehow I had no idea who was saying them. All I knew was that I can't find him anywhere. He's supposed to be hurt and resting, not out wandering around. Joshua, where the heck are you? Joshua! Oh, there you are. What are you doing out here? You've got to start taking it easy. Why? Fine. Are you sure? Is your fever gone? Just a temporary one as a result of my injuries. Temperature went back down this morning. I'm fine now. Really? Phew. Yay, that's good. You're moaning over and over in your sleep. I was worried about you. Did I say anything? Huh? Forget I asked. So, you feeling better? Do you want to play together? Must have been pretty boring to sleep all the time. Well, it's boring for me when I'm stuck in bed with a fever. I hate not having anything to do. Oh, but you probably shouldn't be running around with your foot all messed up. I guess tag and kick the can won't work. If you want to play, play by yourself. Stay away from me. Because it's probably going to get dangerous here soon. It is? I'm grateful to you for taking care of me. Pass that on to Cassius Bright, too. No gloomy faces allowed. You're feeling down? The best thing to do is to do something you enjoy. That'll pick you right up. Wait here, okay? I'll bring you stuff you really like. Pinky swear. Still don't seem to be any signs that anyone's gonna come after me. It's bound to happen eventually. I've got 2 or 3 days at most before they find this place. 2 or 3 days. Joshua, here you go. Present for me. So cheer up, okay? Still proudly presented Joshua with a couple of roly-polies. What's she doing? Aren't they cute? Curl up if you poke them. Fine, thanks. What? How come? They're so cute. Because I don't. So stop coming over here. Stay away from me. So you want another kind of bug, huh? Wasn't what I was trying to say. Hold on, I know lots of bugs. How about this? It's a dragonfly. I don't want one of these either. Okay, but how about this? You've got to like these. Behold, a Malgan monitor lizard. What? You're one tough cookie. Look, this isn't about what I like. I don't want any kind of bug or lizard or anything you have to offer me. This one's my favorite too. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I'm feeling more and more like there's something I'm missing here. Sit down for a minute, Joshua. I've got a serious question to ask. Already sitting. What kind of bugs do you like? Big ones? Pretty ones? Ones with lots of legs? Ones with long feelers? Ones with shells, wings, webbed feet? I don't want any bugs at all. What? I have to pull out all the stops. I need something so surprising you'll change your mind. Don't move a muscle. I'll find something. I will. She sure likes bugs, doesn't she? Oh, he ran away. He's a real funny face, too. No, I can't let this get me down. Not with how sad Joshua looks now. He's in so much pain and he can't move around or do anything fun, either. Means I gotta find him the ultimate bug to cheer him up. Oh, it's back. You get back here. It's so quiet here. And after all I've been through, this is the first time I've been in a situation like this. Joshua! Look at this one's face. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't want any bugs before it gets through. Are you even listening? Look, look though. I hereby name this the human moth, because the pattern on his wings looks like a human face. The heck? I knew this would surprise you. Except it didn't. I knew my efforts would pay off big time. Next time I'm gonna bring back something even more awesome. She's so obnoxious. Oh great, she's back. Good job, Estelle. What was that for? What was what for? I'm gonna splash you. The water feels so nice. Oh, I know. Wanna go fishing? Playing in the water's fun, but real fishing's even more fun. Let's go catch today's lunch. Come on, Joshua, we're getting out. Catch a cold if you stay in those wet clothes too long. Yay, caught a big one. This one's for you, Joshua. Don't need to catch anything for me. Now I'm gonna catch one for me. If I don't catch anything, I'll have to go without lunch, and that would suck. She doesn't listen to a word anyone says to her, does she? Ooh, I got a bite. Huh? Ooh, it's a dace. It's tiny. Daddy's getting this one. Probably just spent the day messing around instead of working anyway. He doesn't deserve a cool fish. What? Okay, next one I catch is definitely mine. Hi-ho. Does know anything about Cassius Bright? So he tells his daughter nothing about what he does. It fits his profile, I suppose. Oh, it got away. The next one's not going to be so lucky, though. Ah, a tug. Okay, maybe not. No, it's nothing. Is it always so... Joshua, what's the family you're living with? What's their name? Greenery's hurting my eyes. Gotcha. This one's gonna be huge. Come to me, lunchy fishy. What the heck? It's a baby. Second week. Oh yeah, that's what the first week after Joshua gets back. Didn't come over to the shop yesterday either. Still think you're worried about nothing. Belle's okay. She always does whatever she wants when she wants. I'm formatting my notes a little bit better. She used to come over to play every day. Estelle, it's Alyssa. Estelle, come outside. You don't think she's been abducted, do you? I think I'd buy she got attacked by monsters in the woods and ended up experiencing a slow, drawn-out death more than that. That sounds like the way she'd go. It's so gross. That's what she gets for going into the woods all the time to play. No. Or Estelle? You do know I'm joking, right? Come on out, Estelle. Alyssa's gonna cry if you don't. If you're looking for Estelle, she's out at the moment. You're a boy. Huh? Who are you? Yeah. Joshua, I caught something amazing. Huh? What are you doing here? Estelle, where have you been all this time? I'm so worried about you. Who's this boy anyway? Someone you know? I'm trying to talk to him for ages now, but he won't tell us anything. Keeps telling us everything we ask is none of our business. Estelle, these your friends? Yeah, they are. There's no line about that part, then. They don't seem to have undergone any kind of training either, and their guard is virtually non-existent. I figured it's about time they found me, but it doesn't look like these two have anything to do with them. It's barely talked ever since we got here. I've never seen him around Roland before. How do you even know him? Oh, because Daddy gave him to me as a present. He's my new little brother. Is? Wow, I sure wouldn't have guessed that. Neither would I, because it doesn't make sense. That's not how getting a little brother works. But it's true, right, Joshua? No, it isn't. Hey, wait a minute. Listen, young man. Listen to what your older sister tells you. As if someone like you could be my older sister. Huh? Why? I'm not here to be friends with you. The only reason I'm here at all is that things just worked out that way. That was what Cassius Bright said, wasn't it? Oh, and one more thing. Can you stop bringing me bugs? I don't know what your obsession with them is, but being too much of a meddler is just gonna end with you getting hurt. Ah! Take that, and that. Ow! You know, if I don't advance this dialogue, Estelle's just gonna keep beating Joshua. Alright, that's enough of that. In this house, I'm the older one. That means you have to listen to what I say. Ow. Okay. Hey, Joshua? Go on, answer. No. Excuse me? Well, those two sure get along well. So it seems. You two can shut up anytime. Gotcha. I win. From today until forever, I'm your big sister. No backsies allowed. You sure no backsies on that one, Estelle? Ever? I swear, why does she do this every single night? She'd mind her own business. Joshua. Determined to sleep outside again, Not a fan of sleeping in the same room as Estelle, I take it? She's way too much of a meddler. She's also completely clueless. She's got no idea how much danger she's willingly exposing herself to. Why don't you tell her Cassia's bright? She has a right to know. Why do you stand by and say nothing? Room next to Estelle's has been used as a storage room for a while now, but it could still be converted into a bedroom if need be. Might actually be perfect for you. I haven't been in there in a while, but I think there might even already be a bed in there. Fine as I am. Don't need a room. I'll give you that Estelle loves to poke her nose into anything and everything that catches her interest. And I can see how, from your perspective, that makes her look like a simple-minded, clueless child. That's where you're mistaken. It's not her who's clueless. It's you. Huh? Estelle knows exactly what she wants out of life and what she has to do to get it. Those things are part of what makes her who she is. Although I can't deny that I was hoping to raise her to be a little more of a, well, ordinary girl than she's grown up to be. Still, compare that to you, Joshua. You don't have a clue what you want anymore. You don't know what you should be doing. Which of you is really in the right here? Just so we're clear, whatever you decide to do, I have no intention of indulging you. I'm not going to tell you to leave, but I'm not going to tell you to stay either. What you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to become, those are all things for you to decide and you alone. No one can make that decision for you, and no one knows what kind of decision you will make. Only you. So what do I want? Several weeks later. Several peaceful weeks passed. Joshua's injuries continued to heal, and it wasn't long before he was able to walk with ease again. Estelle was jumping for joy at this fact, using it as an excuse to drag him out to play with her at every possible opportunity. For him, however, it meant more than deciding what game to play next. He had to decide what course of action he was to take. The time for him to make his choice was drawing near. Frizzle Farm. Frizzle? That's a short-haired girl's last name, right? Uh-huh. This is where Tio lives. Guess what, though? Her mom had twins. As if I needed to guess anything, you wouldn't shut up about it when you first heard the news. I've also been over to see them... I've also been to see them over and over as it is. Are they still exciting enough to want to keep visiting? Oh, we're not here to visit them today. We're here to help at the farm. Right now it's harvesting time, but Miss Hannah's kind of stuck with the babies, so they need some help. When Alyssa told me about it, I wanted that help to be me. Well, it's nice of you to offer. Why do I have to come too? Because I said so. No complaining. Let's go. This is part of your rear hillbilly process. I told you, it's rehabilitation. Estelle! Oh, Joshua came too? I bet you dragged him along by force, didn't you? Hey. We've come to help. Oh wow, music to my ears. Thanks so much for coming over. You did an awful lot for us while Hannah was pregnant as it was. Oh, that was nothing. Piece of cake for me. You're a force to be reckoned with, Estelle. Oh, but who is... He's Estelle's new little brother. You know about him. I told you before. His name's Joshua. Oh, that does ring a bell. One who had a big fight with her at some point. Mrs. Purzel. Hello, Mrs. Purzel. Why, hello to you too. So sorry to make you two help out again. You've been helping out so much as it is. If I could get right back to work, I would, but... Easy now. You need to rest for a while longer before we can start thinking about that. Why? I was back to work in no time after Tio was born. Just put her on my back and got right to work again. Really? How am I supposed to know? I was a baby. Taking twins on my back is probably pushing it, though. Oh, who's our black-haired friend? That's Joshua. You told us about him a while ago. Right, Estelle's younger brother, I remember now. Why, isn't he adorable? Have you come to help us too? Sorry if it's not much fun. Wait, is that a bandage I see? Uh-oh, you're right. Didn't even notice till you pointed it out. My injuries are more or less healed. They won't have any effect on my ability to work. But more or less healed means they're still healing. You can't ask an injured boy to do all of our work for us. You need to sit and rest. Honey, I have the perfect idea. He's gonna get stuck with the babies, isn't he? Okay, let me explain the harvesting process. Estelle, Alyssa, Tio, you can handle the fields in this area here. Try and start from the fields on the north side. It'll probably be more efficient to split up, too. Franz and I will take care of the vegetables in the greenhouses. And as for Joshua... Yep. I'll leave taking care of the babies to you. The boy is Will and the girl is Cher. Understood. Well, let's get to work. If you run into any problems or there's something you don't understand, don't be afraid to ask. Okay. Past few weeks, there's been no sign at all that anyone's coming after me. Why not? They must have worked out where I am by now. Am I supposed to take this to mean that they're not interested in me anymore? Or they just stole my memories and cast me aside? But still, I still feel like I lost something really important to me. What is it? Just what have I... Joshua, what have I... Joshua! What? You listening, Joshua? Estelle? Check this out. Isn't it cool? I harvested this myself. And this eggplant, too. Look, it's so shiny. What? You know you scraped your knee, right? Huh? One day you'll learn to think before you leap, or at least learn to take care of yourself after. Come on, let me take a look at it. Okay. Ow! It stings. Just endure it, it'll be over soon. I swear, she attracts scratches and scrapes like a magnet. It's a wonder she hasn't caught tetanus or something. Joshua? You really do love causing people trouble. I never asked you to do anything for me. That just makes you cause people even more trouble. You don't do anything about your injuries, or even notice them, and it just makes more work for others. You're a danger to yourself no matter how you look at it. Anyway, Joshua, why do you... She's got the back of her hand, too? Tell me where you're gonna put that stuff before doing it. There, done. Try and take a bit more care in the future, unless you want more of that stuff being a... If I never advance the dialogue box, they never stop crying. All right. Oh no. What can we do? No need to do anything. Looking after them is my job. You go back to your own work. What? Wah, wah. Oh, that was the baby, not Joshua. Wow, they stopped. Sure you're not their mom? I'm even gonna dignify that with an answer. Just go back to work. You're never gonna finish if you're not doing anything. Oh, okay. Thanks, Joshua. Thanks, huh? Whoa. He's so cool. I didn't know he could do that. A handsome boy playing the harmonica beautifully with the setting sun in the background? There's a picture if I ever saw one. Do you know he could play, Estelle? Ugh, he's supposed to be my brother and he never told me at all. He's gonna get a huge lecture later. Oh, Estelle. What are you getting so mad for? Well, hello there. There's no need to be so afraid. I am but a humble magician. I will heal your broken heart for you, provided, of course, compensated. Finally understands. It's this humble magician. Finally know what I lost. Everything that was important to me. My happy memories, all that made me myself. That was the compensation I gave. All that remains now is a dull, twisted, broken fragment of who I was. Oh, is the humble magician Campanella? Or Weissman? I assume that's a flashback to, like, right as... It's probably, someone who exists only to destroy what others love? I need to leave. If I stay any longer, I'll end up destroying the happiness of everyone around me. Keep the things that I care about as far away from me as possible, not close by. Need them to be far, far out of my reach. I need to do it now, or the darkness within me contaminates this place forever. I need to leave, or my very existence causes her irreparable harm. Next day. Can't believe him. Not even a jumbo mantis or double seahorse were enough to get a reaction. He must have really fancy tastes. Okay, today will be the day I'll impress him. Oh yes. No one can resist the power of the Bug of Legends. Well, hello there, Estelle. What are you doing standing around out here? You have to do some bug catching? Sure am, but today's not just gonna be any bug catching day. Oh, do tell. Today I'm gonna make a special syrup that attracts bugs. And with it, I'll be able to catch a super amazing one. Really, that's interesting. But seriously, sweetie, you're 11 now, and a girl. You should be starting to dress a bit more like one your age. You're starting to dress a bit more like one at your age. These are comfier and way easier to move around in. Anyway, bye. Estelle? Some things never change. I'm with Estelle here. Fuck dressing for... I mean, occasionally dress for fashion, but... dress to be comfortable. Okay, first I need to get all the ingredients I need to make my super duper syrup. Alyssa should be able to give me some dragon beans, so that's easy. And there's the fresh milk and fresh eggs. Tea will give me some if I ask nicely. Maybe. Check for new sneakers? Actually, that'd be more fun to go check the shop for new sneakers right now. I forgot Estelle was all about them new Stregas. Green on! Hey Estelle, take it you're here to look at sneakers? You bet, are there any new ones in? We sure do have nothing new at all, sorry kiddo. Next delivery is due the 16th. Yeah, the 16th if my schedule's any indication. 16th? That's only a week away. One more week, just one more week. Estelle? Oh, hi. You came at just the right time. I just found some clothes that I think would look so cute on you. Today will be the day you finally get to realize your potential as a girl with some nice clothes. But I can't wear them now, I'm going bug catching. They'll just get dirty. Wait, I'm going bug catching. I almost forgot because I was thinking about sneakers. Back to getting ingredients. Time to go see Alyssa. Full speed ahead. As if that little bundle of energy didn't already have enough to power an airship, now she's got more than ever. I wonder what's gotten her so fired up. Elisa! Oh, Estelle. Still can't get over how cool Joshua was yesterday. I want to hear him play the harmonica again. Feel lucky to get that out of him. He won't even talk now. He hasn't said a word since we heard him playing. What? For real? Yeah. Maybe it was my fault for taking his harmonica without permission and trying to play it, too. Oh, you silly thing. Listen, Estelle? Joshua doesn't seem to want to talk about it. But it feels to me like he's had some kind of painful experience that's bothering him. So... Oh, I know. You do? He's got something serious on his mind, I can tell. Sometimes I look at him and he looks like he's really in pain about something. But I don't think I'd be able to help him with whatever it is, even if I knew. So, that's why I just want to try and cheer him up in my own way for now. Oh, that's really sweet of you. Anyway, give me some dragon beans. What? Like the coffee beans? And you're gonna use those for... It's a secret. So weird, Estelle. Well, okay, hold on a sec. I'll go get some. Here you go. Thanks, now I gotta go to Tio's house. Need to get some fresh milk and eggs from her. What the heck are you planning, Estelle? I'll show you later. You might pass out from surprise, though. You know what? I think I'm okay with not knowing. Anyway, see you later. Oh, now I wish she told me. Tio! Hey, Estelle, what's up? Wait, forget it. I know just from how you're dressed. Hehe, today's bug catching is special, though. first. I need some fresh milk and fresh eggs. What in heaven's name do you need those for? I thought you suddenly developed an interest in cooking or something. Well... Bug of Legends? Yep, I'm trying to give Joshua the surprise of his life. Still not sure I'm following all of this. Let me try again. I guess you're trying to make some kind of aromatic capable of attracting that bug? Probably. Just whatever you do, promise not to get any of it on me, alright? I won't. Don't know if I believe you. Well, here's what you wanted. Oh, and one more thing before you go, Estelle. If you really see him as your little brother, you should start gradually opening up to him about the past. Try getting him to do the same with you, too. Have you tried talking to him about your mom? Yeah, I can do that. Doesn't feel like the kind of thing you need to sit and have a big serious discussion about, though. We're always going to be together, so I think he'll get it eventually. Because we're family now. Well, I tried. It's a very you way to look at it. But I mean that in a good way. Thanks, Tio. Okay, I've got everything I need now. All I gotta do is head to Mistwald and catch me the Bug of Legends. You just wait, Joshua, I'm gonna blow your socks off. Wait a second. She's not gonna go there all by herself, is she? What is this Bug of Legend thingy anyway? Maybe I'll stop by for a little bit. Oh? It isn't young Estelle. What are you doing here? Oh, hi, Mr. Mayor. You thinking of playing in the clock tower? The repairs on it were finally finished last month. Yeah, I know. The artisans of this town put all their heads together to try and make it as close to the original as possible. Tried to use as many of the original materials as they could, too. So what do you think? It looks almost exactly like it did, doesn't it? I guess. I don't really remember it that well, though. You know, looking at this clock tower fills me with a magical energy. Makes me feel like everyone in Roland... No, like everyone I've ever met is supporting this town and wishing it well. It does? That's why this spot is really important to me. Oh. I gotcha. You just wait, Joshua, and go catch me the Bug of Legends. Pardon? Estelle? Full speed ahead. Whatever was that about? I can smell the scent of my prey. Somewhere around here should be good. I'm going with this one. It's just screaming, pick me. La la la. And done. Today's the day Joshua loves bugs. I mean, this bug is legendary. He's in for the shock of his life. Yeah, legendary bug. Thank you for everything. Ah! That sounded like Estelle. Did something happen to her? No, it might not have. It's Estelle. She probably just tripped. What? No, whatever may or may not have happened to her, it's got nothing to do with me anymore. She's got nothing to do with me anymore. Damn it! This is mine. You can't have it. Go away. Shoot. Shoot. Don't come any closer. Are you listening to me? What? Get behind me. Phew. This is about as much as I can do with my current stamina. They ran away. Joshua? What is wrong with you? Huh? What are you even doing this far in a place this dangerous? Did you even stop to think what might happen? You're a child. Don't put yourself in unnecessary danger. Why do you never stop thinking before diving headfirst into anything? For once in your life, try and look before you leap. Otherwise... Joshua... Came at just the right time. That's not funny. If I hadn't... Look at this. Look. I finally caught one. This is it. This is the bug of legends. What? It's huge. Isn't it cool? Joshua? Something bad happened to you in the past, but you don't want to talk about it? I'm not going to force you to. I'll just wait until you feel ready to talk about it with me. Till then, I'll be right here by your side, waiting. The other thing I'll do is give you this bug, so cheer up, okay? You telling me that bug's somehow legendary? Because I don't see what's so impressive about it. What? But it's huge. It's the most awesome bug in the entire world. Nope, not in the slightest. You just wait. Find a bug that'll amaze you, even if I have to search forever and ever. You just wait right here. Joshua, maybe we shouldn't encourage her to keep diving into Mistwald. You amaze me more than any bug ever will. Because I can't believe how much I've changed because of you. You're such a strange girl. It was then that I made a promise to myself. It was for my own good and no one else's. The only condition by which I could permit something as unnatural as me to be allowed to live in this peaceful world. Doing so is the most cowardly thing I could have possibly done, but I hope you can forgive me. I was more concerned about that than about continuing to deceive myself. On the final day. This is after second chapter. Wow, I can't believe how many people came to see us off. Thanks for coming. Means a lot that you came to be here with us. So, as I think you all know, Joshua and I are going to be away from Liberl for a while. We'll be traveling around the continent doing our bracer work from the various guilds in the countries we visit. We might be away for quite some time too. Right now we intend to travel across basically the whole continent. But one day we'll come back here to Roland, we promise. Yeah, we will. We'll make sure we've grown so much that you won't be able to believe your eyes when we come back too. I still can't believe you decided all of this on your own without ever consulting your loving papa. Oh, didn't they? They did not. That made taking time off to come see them off a real pain, let me tell you. Sorry about that, Dad. We realized we didn't give you much notice with this. Something we discussed seriously, though. Hopefully you'll be able to believe what we're doing is for the best. As long as you've given serious thought to what you're doing, you have my support. So go out there and do what you want to. I'll always be right here waiting for you. Good to hear. Thanks, Dad. We're both veteran bracers at this point, so I'm sure you don't need much in the way of advice. Instead, I'll keep this simple. From now on, it'll be up to you to decide what you need to learn and what you need to know. Focus on improving your powers of discernment. That's all I'll say. Be sure to take it to heart. Life as a bracer is very different in other countries compared to how it is here, as I'm sure you're about to find out. The fundamentals are the same. Just do as we taught you here, and I'm sure you'll be fine. Thanks. I'm sure all we were taught will come in handy if we ever find ourselves in a bind. Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to handle anything you find yourselves up against. We taught you ourselves, after all. Follow your hearts with your heads held high, you'll be just fine. It means a lot to us. We can't thank you enough for all you've taught us over the years. And I'm sure it'll keep coming in handy in the future, too. For real, we really owe you two. Oh, there's no need to thank me. I've just done what I can, what I always can as your big sister. Don't drink or eat anything that seems funny while you're away, Estelle. Make sure you brush your teeth before bed, too, and that you don't get so caught up in work that you forget to shower. And... Easy now, Stella. She's not a child anymore, you know. She knows how to take care of herself. I hope she can, because if you don't look after yourself, Estelle, I'll be showing up in your dreams. The scary part is, I wouldn't put it past you to find a way to do that. What's up, Buster Sword? That is a lot of on-screen sprites. Turns out Estelle and Joshua are very popular, and so a lot of people wanted to see them off in this flashback. Don't worry, that really won't be necessary, I swear. You take good care of her too, Joshua. Remember, there's always a job available for you at my shop if you want it. So come back safely, you hear? I will. Please, take care of yourselves while we're away. I don't want you to go, Estelle. Don't forget about me, will you? Come on now, stop crying. Of course I won't. When we've settled in at wherever we end up next, we'll write to you right away, okay? Look after Alyssa while I'm away, okay, Tio? Yes. Well, I will. Make sure not to let Joshua get away while you're out of the country, too, okay? What? Duly noted. Oh, not a remaster. That's a full-on remake. Do you really have to go? I never actually played it, though. I probably should at some point, but... Joshua... Oh, look at that. You've got the twins crying buckets now, too. It's no surprises to be hard on them. I'm looking after them since they were babies. Of course they'll miss you. Got tons of great memories with them to keep me company while we're away, thankfully. It's probably going to be a while before we can see any of you again. But you'll never leave our thoughts, promise. I'm going to miss you. Rosebound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers please board the airship at this time. Here, looks like we're out of time. Well then, take care of yourselves. We will. You too, sir. Joshua, have you made up your mind then? I have. I want to be Joshua Bright after all. I know the name distinction might not be a big deal in the eyes of others, but it is for me. It's part of me taking the first and most difficult step on this journey. It's part of making choices only I can make for myself. By the time we come back home, I want to have the strength to proudly declare living the rest of my life alongside you, Estelle, and everyone in Roland's. Even after taking that difficult first step, it's not like I can guarantee it'll get any easier. Maybe on some days it'll be so hard that I'll want to give up. Right now, though, I'm more than happy to go out there and find my own path to walk. If I can do that, I can finally feel like I'm working towards becoming the person I want to be. Very well, then. Ha, that's the kind of positive attitude I wanted to see. It suits you. Thanks. That's the best compliment you could have possibly given me. I swear, what is it with the men in our family? But kill the two of you to talk so the rest of us can understand what you're saying. Whatever. Come on, Joshua. Get on board or you're gonna be left behind. I'm coming. Yeah, the first 5 games, the 3 Sky games, and then Trails to Zero and Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure are only voice acted in Japanese. And then starting with Cold Steel, they all have full English localization. Or full English voices. And then, yeah, with the Trails... The Sky remake being this recent, it's also got... English voice acting. Well, see you around. Estelle, you come back here next and give me a bracer just like you. I am. Now that I want to see. You don't think I can do it, do you? Serious, by the time you get back I'll be a bracer, I swear. I think I want to become one too. So, don't worry, we'll be back. We promise. Can't wait to work you two to the ground as co-workers. I'll be counting on you to have my back. So don't let us down, okay? I won't. Yes, they have announced a remake for the second chapter of Sky. Never forget that there's always a home for you here. No matter how long you're away, that will never change. We won't. Thanks, Dad. See you later. And I don't think they'll do a full remake of everything. I imagine it'll be the Sky trilogy and then Zero and Azure. Cold Steel onwards, it's all relatively recent, right? When did Trails from Cold Steel come out? Cold Steel. Where's my cursor? Cold Steel's 2013. Yeah, Cold Steel is when they started, is when they evolved to 3D. See, memory. What's memory? That one was cute. I liked it. Oops, orbment. What is memory? Door location. That's not that useful. Oh, I can stop recording. That was about 50 minutes for that one. Yeah, the Sky and then Zero and Azure make up the Crossbell arc. So imagine Sky and Crossbell will get remakes just to kind of modernize them and make the games not so ancient. Yeah, it's all good. Because, like, I have no issues playing a game like this, but I think a bunch of people might. Because, like, well, I don't know about a bunch, but, like, a handful of people probably might. And, like, there are definitely some relics of gaming history that you can kind of feel. Just like lower amounts of quality of life. What am I doing? I'm looking at the rest of the doors. Oh, we can probably do all the sun doors. Partially, but like even I've been gaming since like 1990. Like, I'm 32. I've been gaming since, like, 97 or 98. I still vastly prefer the modern gaming experience for the most part. How much inconvenience? Look, I've played through Shin Megami Tensei on hard. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne on hard. I'm tolerant of inconvenience. But yeah, like, I generally prefer the modern experience. Which of these haven't I done? I haven't done this one. I have done that one. I haven't done that one. I probably need to bring... Hard... You mean Hard Lucifer? Because that one took me a... That one took me a good couple of days. Because I played the Maniacs? I forget if it's Maniacs or Chronicles. I played the harder version where he gets a full heal and he gets and Root of Evil gets a Dacunda, or sorry, not Dacunda, a Dakaja stapled to it. So that fight is brutal. Alright, let's grab
You're right, please.
Olivier and I guess Vander. Oops. I hate that I can't just mash circle to get out of that menu. I get why, but like, let me do it. Give you that just in case I need you to do something. You have like no attack either. Sure. Yeah, that's Lucifer. Yeah, if you didn't get Pierce on the Demi-Fiend, you're kind of screwed. Because you'd have to grind to level 95, I think, to fuse Metatron to get the Giramakala with Pierce. So that you can get it on other demons. I mean, Dante and Raido, or Raido, depending on what version you're playing, they naturally have Pierce, so they can still damage him, but yeah, like, you have one character that's capable of actually harming him if you screwed up and didn't get the Demi-Fiend Pierce. Start recording. You had Raido, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so you probably played the same version, or the same version that I did. I forget if it's Chronicles or Maniacs. You probably had the extra hard fight as well. Yeah, I got lucky, and the fight I killed him, he decided just not to use Dirahan, so I didn't have to go through 100,000 health. I only had to go through 66,000. And I probably got lucky with Root of Evil not completely destroying me. But yeah, those two simple changes. A month after the collapse of Liber Arc. Those two seemingly small changes make that fight ridiculous. The banquet to celebrate the crisis's successful resolution was over, with Estelle and her friends having largely left the capital to go elsewhere. One of them, however, Prince Oliver Reis Arnor, sat rather comfortably in the ambassador's office in Gransel's Erebonian embassy, his work in the country not quite settled. I can't believe that you... I mean, my deepest apologies for not noticing that you were His Highness Prince Oliver sooner. Yeah, it's just a goddamn fight. It feels like it should probably be doable, but then you're just in the fight for so long, you need so many turns not to go wrong. Because, like, one turn going wrong just kills you. Or one turn going extra wrong kills you. A couple turns going fairly wrong kills you. And just, like, even if you feel like you technically can do it, you're still kinda just waiting for luck to go your way. Oh, I'm not surprised you never realized. I may be a prince, but my mother was a commoner. What point is there in bothering to remember my face? It's not as though I often showed myself in the palace or attended high society gatherings. Knowing me certainly isn't going to help you in moving up the ranks, my friend. Haha, No need to be so humble, your highness. Yeah, his basic attack is a really high crit chance. Besides, I'm actually rather grateful to you, Ambassador. You gave me all kinds of useful advice during my stay here at the embassy that I'm sure will be to my benefit in the future. Yeah, and like, just... You need to do a lot of grinding if you want to get the demons that are, like, actually good against him. Because, like, you need to resist statuses, fire, and ice. but there aren't really great demon options in like the late 80s range. You'd really want to be in like the 90s. Oh, believe me, I totally feel your pain. It's a gong show of a fight. It genuinely, I think, is the hardest mandatory fight. Like, you can beat the game without doing the true demon ending, but like, it's genuinely the hardest mandatory fight I've ever done in a JRPG, I think. All kinds of useful advice during my stay here at the embassy that I'm sure will be to my benefit in the future. Well-meant words such as, act like a man of the Empire for once in your life, and stop idling here, go home and try doing some damned work. Your Highness, Your Highness, I think you've tormented him enough for one day. The ambassador behaved in the same way any other sane man would in his position. If anything, I'd say he has every right to be angry at us for keeping the truth from him for so long. But Mueller... I suppose you're right. I'll spare him any more teasing for now. I actually wasn't joking about being grateful to you, though. You truly have done some admirable work over the past month. I have? Acting as a pipeline with the Empire, checking the safety of Erebonians residing in Liberl, helping the international liner service to resume. And those are only the tip of the iceberg. You've done so much more. You have my deepest thanks as a prince of the Empire. I am not worthy of such praise, Your Highness. You, however, deserve the utmost for braving the danger you did flying up to the Liber Ark. All of what happened seemed to have caused quite the commotion in our homeland. So the people seem to be rather relieved now that they know the danger is past. It's all thanks to your courage that they are able to rest easy. Oh, there's no point flattering me, Ambassador. I just did what I could. Nothing more, nothing less. I couldn't have done anything alone. All I was able to accomplish was thanks to the help of those around me. I'm fairly removed from the stereotype of Erebonians as stern, strong, and self-sufficient, if I do say so myself. As rude as it may be to agree, perhaps you're correct. And yet, I believe your willingness to be flexible most definitely helped rather than hindered you here. I believe people like you are exactly what the Empire is going to need in the future, regardless of how I may feel about His Excellency the Chancellor's approach. Ambassador, well, this is a surprise. I was under the impression that you supported the Chancellor. Then again, you are a noble. Does that lead you to oppose his reformist policies, perhaps? Maybe a noble on paper, but I'm only a baron. All in all, I generally fall in favor of his reformist policies. Be that as it may, while this may just be the result of being in Liberl for so long and being influenced by the ways of its people, I do sometimes find myself becoming frightened by his hardline approach. Can't help but wonder exactly what direction he's trying to take our old nation. Interesting. Your Highness? Oh, I was just thinking that I'm quite glad to have taken the chance to engage in such fruitful talk with you just before departing the country. I pray you'll continue doing all you can to ensure the peace of Liberl and its surrounding nations while I'm gone. Preferably in cooperation with Ambassador Cochrane. Yes, let's not forget her, I suppose. Still disappointed I was robbed of that hot spring scene with Ambassador Cochrane. Still, it's true that since the non-aggression pact was signed, there has been some progress with regards to the Crossbell problem. And given that it was Liberl who proposed said pact, that makes my role in future negotiations very important indeed. Presume this is what you're trying to say? Heh, you're a sharp one, my good man. Excellent. Now I can return to the capital with my mind at ease. Leave everything here to me, Your Highness. I'll be looking forward to hearing what you achieve back in our homeland. This truly is a country like no other. I never thought the day would come when I would hear from things like that from a noble of the Empire. Indeed, he's apparently somewhat less of an obstinate man than I thought he was. Perhaps this nation's very air has the power to genuinely change people. Seems to have had an effect on you, too. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more smiles from you these days than I used to. I'm loath to admit it, but that may well be true. Still find myself wishing that you would learn from Liberlian's dignity and sense of restraint, however. Two qualities you don't particularly possess in any measure. In fact, you have far too much of their opposites. You say that, but these qualities are the only weapon I have. I don't have much that will allow me to compete against the Chancellor. I need to use what little happens to be tucked away in my corner as best I can. Have there been any changes to our plans? None. We should be able to proceed as arranged. 3 days ago, the Chancellor left the capital on a tour of Eastern Erebonia. Tomorrow, you will be returning there aboard the Arsail while he's still out in the east. All those who need to be made aware of our return have been given proper notice. Your arrival in Erebonia will make a real impact. Of that, I am certain. What potential obstructions to the plan are there at present? Nothing major. There have been some movements in the Intelligence Division's 4th subdivision, but not much. There's a chance that everyone is being cautious because there are sales involved. But I'd put greater odds on the idea that everyone is just treating this as a pompous performance by you and not taking it seriously. Well, they'd be right to. It is. I've no choice but to start here, even if this means I have to use Liberl. If I'm going to put on a show, why not put on the finest one the skies have ever seen? Suppose I can't argue that. I'm sorry to trouble you at this late hour, Your Highness. A message has arrived for you from Heimdall. Heimdaller. What would you have me do? Really? All right, come in. Pardon me. Heimdaller. That's what I'm going with. Well, if it isn't Lecter. Wait a second. I know this guy. I was wondering where you'd been. I haven't seen you all day. Been exceptionally busy with work since this morning, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to be able to come and see you earlier since you'll be leaving tomorrow. I'm terribly sorry for not being able to. That's the pronunciation I'm going with. Is it correct? Almost certainly not. But that's what we're going with. Oh, never mind that. If that work of yours is done now, we three could always enjoy some sensual quality time together for the remainder of the night. So what was the message from the Capital Secretary? They've acknowledged receipt of His Highness's message. However, they didn't anticipate that you may be able to arrive all the way from Grancel in less than half a day. As such, they're currently in a minor panic trying to ensure everything's ready for the ceremony tomorrow. Yes, it is the lazy Student Council president. That doesn't come as a surprise. There's nothing like the Arsail when it comes to speed at home. That's why I'm particularly surprised, because I did not expect to see him pop up here. I guess he did disappear out of Chloe's moon door out of nowhere at the end. So we had to go somewhere, but here he is. How cruel you both are for so deftly ignoring my proposal. Although it sounds as though the stage will be set in time. Now I need to decide on an outfit that will leave everyone's jaws on the floor to sweeten my arrival. Perhaps a glistening coat and white loincloth will do the trick? That'd make a grand impact, alright. I almost wish I could go along and see it myself. Yeah, I assume... I don't know, because like he's not really going to appear more... I don't think he'll really appear much more in this story. Yeah, I don't know, maybe he'll get a larger arc in... If he's part of Erebonia, probably the Cold Steel games. I almost wish I could go along and see it myself. Please don't encourage him. You show remarkable promise for someone so young. What do you say to coming back on the Arsail with me? I'd welcome your company. Your work here in Liberl is just about done as it is, isn't it? Your offer is certainly tempting, but I'm afraid I have another job to take care of soon. Thought is appreciated, of course. Really? Well, that is a shame. Good luck with that next job of yours. Thank you. Well, if you'll excuse me. So, that is Second Secretary Lecter Arundel. Is it safe to assume he's one of the Chancellors? Almost definitely, yes. He came through Hockengate on foot and took up his new position at the embassy a month ago. And right around that same time, we headed to the Liber Arc aboard the Arsail at that. There's no way that could possibly be coincidence. No, it couldn't. Most likely possibility seems to be that he's part of the intelligence division. Are you sure not doing anything regarding him at this time was a good idea? All this time? Oh, absolutely. We needed some way to find out what the Chancellor was up to after all. We'll probably get some kind of reaction from the Chancellor through his reports at some point. Probably in about 2 weeks when the Chancellor's tour is finished. You planned that far ahead all along, haven't you? Well, in that case, I'll be sure that we're ready. I'll be counting on you, love. Oh, something the matter? Not really, it's just that the moon has come out. What a beautiful full moon it is. Oh, looks like you might be onto something. He might be... Seems like he might be an agent of some sort. Strange to think that this will be the last time we'll see the moon from here. Truth be told, I'm gonna miss it. Well, looks like putting a smile on your face a little more often isn't the only thing Liberal's done for you. It's opened up your eyes to life's natural beauty as well. But in all seriousness, we'll just have to do all we can to be able to come back and see it again one day. While we're both still alive. Indeed. Next morning. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I humbly thank you both for your generous hospitality during my stay in your fine kingdom. You were even gracious enough to humor my brazen request of escorting me back to Heimdall aboard the Arsail. This debt I owe you will be repaid many times over in the future. Rest assured of that. Oh, you needn't think of this as anything we went out of our way for. Escorting an honored state guest back home is a matter of course. Particularly a guest to whom we owe a great debt of gratitude. If you ever have the opportunity, please do come back to Liberl again in the future. I imagine Estelle and Joshua will be back by then too. So we'll all be able to give you a nice warm welcome. I'm already excited for my next visit. Have they left the country yet, by the way? They're busy getting ready to leave over in Roland at the moment, I believe. I'm planning to see them off when the time comes. Well, the latest English game is apparently not considered to be the greatest, so... I never actually watched I watched 2 episodes of Game of Thrones. It was fine. I see. Incidentally, while the ruins of Hamel are currently sealed off, I'll do what I can on my end to ensure they're allowed inside. Could I trouble you to pass that along to them? Certainly. Thank you very much, Your Highness. Oh, think nothing of it. It's the least I could do after all they've done for me. I owe you a great deal too, Cassius. Not for your assistance, stopping that armored division from crossing into Liberl wouldn't have been as simple as it was. Could say the same to you. Still, as I'm sure you're aware, that outcome will have been well within the realm of possibility for the Chancellor. I doubt he was even surprised by the incident. Really? Most likely not. Erebonia had nothing at all to gain from using that situation to occupy Liberl. Certainly not to the extent that it would be worth going out of their way to develop inefficient steam tanks. The only reason I can see for him doing what he did was as a show of power to surrounding nations, a statement that even without Orbital power, Erebonia's army could still act. I indeed suspect that was his true aim all along. Goodness. So you did notice. The Orbital shutdown phenomenon was a complete unknown to the rest of the continent. Perhaps it might never occur again, but there's always the chance it might, whether it's here or somewhere else entirely. I hear the Empire only built a relatively small number of tanks in all, too. Certainly not enough to launch a full-scale invasion. By the sounds of it, they were just put together in Reinfurt's factories using parts intended for standard orbital tanks. But as it stands, the know-how to put together tanks like that only exists in the Empire. And in these unpredictable times, no other nation has the time or resources to try and develop extremely inefficient steam-powered weaponry. In a sense, because of what just happened, the Imperial Army's effect as a deterrent is even greater than ever. It's using war as a diplomatic tool, very effectively at that. None of this had even occurred to me. I have a long way to go before I'm fit to be the ruler of this country. Don't beat yourself up too much about it. He's no ordinary foe to even the most hardened veterans. Chancellor always seemed to be thinking several steps ahead to the rest of the world. It's ahead of the rest of the world. It's impressive no matter what we may think of his actual ideas. I'm quite the reckless fool for trying to beat... Reckless fool to be from trying to challenge him, if I do say so myself. Don't be silly, Your Highness. You have seen the game that I'm playing, right? How you can say that with a smile on your face is utterly beyond me. You should focus on building yourself a strong foothold to begin with. I do hope you'll be careful. No matter what may occur, be sure not to lose sight of exactly where you stand. Of course, Your Majesty. If I were to go and bring shame upon myself now, I'd be wasting all the effort involved in escorting me back home. I'll be sure to take what you've said to heart. Excuse me, Your Majesty. Hilda? Whatever is the matter? Not often I see you so flustered. My apologies, Your Majesty. It's just that a guest for you arrived all of a sudden at the castle. Ordinarily, I would not have rushed in while you were meeting with others, but the visitor is so irregular that I thought you should know at once. Irregular? How so? Sounds like it's about time I take my leave then. Actually, the visitor said he would like to greet you as well, and not just Her Majesty. What? Hilda, just who is this visitor? Well, he introduced himself as Chancellor Gileath Osborne of the Erebonian Empire. It's an honor to be granted a personal audience. I'm Gileath Osborne, representative of the Imperial Government. My apologies for the abrupt intrusion. So, you are Chancellor Osborne. And it's a pleasure to see you again as well, Your Highness. It's been a year since we last met, has it not? I hope these passing months have seen you well. Yes, a year sounds about right. Still, while I hope you'll forgive me for asking, just what did prompt someone of your stature to appear at the castle without warning? I'd very much like to hear your side of the story. My apologies, Your Highness. See, these past few days I've been touring Eastern Erebonia on routine inspections. It's been going very smoothly, more so than I'd initially anticipated. I had enough free time in my schedule to pay a cordial visit. Oh my, is that so? Naturally, I would have preferred to come here while the crisis was still unfolding, like you yourself did, Your Highness. Unfortunately, the confusion in southern Erebonia was simply too pressing a matter, and I had no choice but to deal with that first. This was the first chance that presented itself to come here and meet directly with Her Majesty, so I acted with the utmost expediency. I hope you'll forgive my lack of proper decorum in failing to give you advance notice of my arrival. That does make sense, at least. Regardless, please don't concern yourself with me. No doubt you wish to offer your greetings to Her Majesty. My thanks, Your Highness. Oh, Lecter's with him. I just noticed that. Well then, allow me to extend my most heartfelt greetings to both of you, Queen Alicia and Princess Claudia. It's abundantly clear that the crisis that unfolded here has been quite the ordeal for yourselves and for your nation's people. You have my deepest sympathies for the hardships you've endured, as well as my commendation for bringing the situation under control. I thank you for your kind words, Your Excellency. If anything, we should be apologizing to you for the fact that the southern side of your nation was caught up in what should have been our problem. We should be the ones going to you rather than having you trouble yourself to come all the way to Liberl. Beg you to accept our apologies together with my deepest thanks for coming here today. I would never ask for apologies. I've heard what happened was the work of a shadowy organization stirring up trouble within your borders. While I meant well by sending a military force to aid you, I wouldn't have done something so careless had I known the truth of the matter. My actions were rash, foolish even, and I was rightfully reprimanded by His Imperial Majesty for them. Oh my. Fortunately, His Highness the Prince was able to act with all due haste and put right my misstep before even greater harm was done. I owe you a great debt of gratitude for that, Your Highness. Congratulations, besides, for your part in bringing an end to the crisis. Oh, I did nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, he's right, he did nothing out of the ordinary. He was not in the party at all. I don't think I had to have him. No, I don't think there was any mandatory Olivier sections. I had a lot of help from Her Majesty, Her Highness, and Brigadier General Bright here, too. Right, you say? It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Excellency. I'm Cassius Bright, a Brigadier General in the Liberlian Royal Army. Ha, pleasure is all mine, I assure you. Your name is rather well known even in the Empire. Not as much as yours is known here in Liberl, I would imagine. It's an honor to be able to speak with you in person. It's certainly a surprise to be able to, though. Coming here on a whim can't have been easy for a man as busy as yourself. It sounds as though I may have underestimated just how capable you truly are. Not at all. I was greatly impressed to see the Royal Army's effectiveness in dealing with the tumult here. Your forces have proven powerful yet flexible, capable of dealing with emergencies ably and decisively. I might go so far as to say it embodies an ideal that the Imperial Army, with its swollen ranks, could never hope to realize. You flatter us, Your Excellency. For your part, I hear you were responsible for the establishment of the Imperial Army's famed Intelligence Division. Our army is in desperate need of a new one of its own, so I find myself quite envious. It almost sounds as though the two of us each want what the other has. Haha, so it does. May I ask, Your Excellency, what will you be doing now? For my part, I'm intending to leave Liberl today, so I'm afraid I won't be around much longer. Yes, so I've been told. I believe you're intending to make your grand arrival in Heimdallr aboard the famous Arsail? I'm impressed you're already aware. I almost wish I could return to Erebonia on board it alongside you. But alas, I'm afraid I have other business demanding my attention after I'm finished here. I'll be leaving Liberl separately this afternoon. That is a shame. I would very much have liked to invite you to this evening's banquet. Please, you need not go to such troubles on my account. I feel as though I've put you out enough showing up unannounced as I did, to say nothing of dining with such esteemed company. Still, I do have some time before the airship I'll be leaving on is due to depart. That being the case, might I ask for a little of your time, Your Highness? A few things I'd like to discuss with you personally. Heh. Very well. I have some matters I would actually like to discuss personally with you as well. What a fortuitous coincidence. Allow me to have a room arranged for the two of you to have your discussion, then. Hilda, if you would. Certainly, Your Majesty. For a second, I thought we were going to skip giving me the discussion. It's obvious that Her Majesty is quite the tea fancier if this blend is anything to go by. The fragrance, the temperature, the taste, I'd be hard-pressed to find fault with any of it. I've always been more of a coffee man myself, but I have no doubt that I'd be content with a cup of this on my desk each morning. As much as I agree with you, I don't believe we're here to talk about beverages. So, shall we get right to the point? What did you want to discuss with me? See, your sojourn in Liberl has proven most fruitful. Pardon? When we last spoke, you struck me as a bright, flexible young man. No doubt you still are, but now I see in you a resilient inner strength guarding those aspects. sure His Majesty will be most delighted with your personal development. Heh. Meanwhile, I see you're still the same fearless man I've always known you to be. More so, even. That crushing aura about you seems to have only grown with time. It's as if you feed on the resentment of those who live in the territories you annex. Ha, such harsh words, Your Highness. Personally, I prefer the term political unification. Annex can carry such negative connotations, you know. Since the end of the 100 Days War, our army hasn't committed a single act of aggression. All our unifications have been entirely peaceful. Oh, you're quite right about that. On the surface. Oh? It's amazing how similar the annexation process is every single time it happens. It starts with a small nation or independent state with an array of problems beyond repair. Those problems start to worsen, after which Jaegers and other dangerous elements enter, plunging public order to an all-time low. Desperate for a solution, the local government requests the help of the Imperial Army. Before they know it, they're part of the Empire. Well, it's not as though I can deny what you're saying. Each instance does share certain commonalities. Still, it's to be expected, an inevitable consequence of the age of unchecked growth and progress in which we live. The Imperial Army is simply acting in the Empire's best interests, helping to stabilize our neighbors for the good of the Empire. And it's understandable that they would. I do find myself rather curious why Intelligence Division members are going to such nations with such peculiar frequency. Well before the problems I described worsen, no less. Huh, I won't press as to why you came by such information, as curious as I am. But I will say this, at its most basic level, these actions are about risk management. It's because we've been acting to minimize such risks beforehand that the army has been able to successfully quell each problem in turn. At the small price of earning the disdain of the people in those nations and an increased risk of terrorism in exchange. To tell you the truth, I'm rather astounded that you had the courage to come here to Liberl all on your own to begin with. After all, you've made yourself the biggest target for terrorists in all of Erebonia. Your concern is touching, Your Highness. I would ask that you not trouble yourself with my safety. I employ some very skilled subordinates tasked primarily with eliminating the risk of terrorist attacks against me. Really now, that Lecter is one of those, I assume? A rather peculiar fellow, isn't he? But a very useful one all the same. Working out the scheduling for this trip and taking all the necessary precautions to ward off terrorist threats were both his doing. And thanks to his commendable efforts, I can depart for Crossbell free from worries as soon as I finish my business here. Crossbell? Are you surprised? I'll be participating in a top-secret discussion with a representative of the Crossbell government. Recently, a large amount of funding has been flowing into the country through Republican channels, putting our allies on the defensive. I'd always meant to visit at some point, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity. Are you out of your mind? Crossbell is full of enemies and different factions at each other's throats. I hear it's now even a hotbed for terrorists and criminal organizations because of its position as a buffer state. Does that really sound like a place the Erebonian Chancellor should be going even on an unofficial visit? I'm surprised to hear you advocating caution in the face of potential danger, Your Highness. After all, it was you who flew onto an ancient city at great risk to your own safety and returned unharmed after surveying it. Compared to such rousing risk-taking, my visit to Crossbell will be child's play. As I'm sure you're aware, you're regarded as something of a hero back in Erebonia now. To see a hero make a grand return befitting his newly minted legend, and aboard the famous Arsail no less. Naturally, our hero has also taken the time to ensure that every well-known newspaper and magazine are aware of his homecoming too. Oh, I have no doubts that your triumphant arrival will be every bit as glorious as it is played out in your imaginings, Your Highness. Ha! Do be sure to capitalize on this chance as best you can to build yourself a firm foothold. I expect great things from you after all. Hey, buddy. You haven't changed a bit, huh? Really? Sounds like a ton's happened, huh? It's nice to see you and your master are doing alright. Lecter? Oh well, good day to you, your highness. Pray I'm not causing any trouble by taking a tour of the castle like this. The view from this terrace certainly is beautiful, isn't it? What happened to you, Lecter? How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne? I'm sorry, I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. Are you perchance mistaking me for someone else? Your name is Lecter Arundel. You were the student council president at Janus Royal Academy, which you attended before leaving suddenly 2 years ago. So no, I am not mistaking you for someone else. Ah, but that's where you're wrong, because my name is actually Terrarundel. I can certainly see how our names could become mixed up, however. They are scarily close. Still, now you know. Please, just call me Lek. Don't try and joke around with me, Lecter. You have any idea how worried all of us were when you just disappeared without a word? You submitted your notice to leave the academy, and then were never seen again. Even the otherwise calm Leo let out a cry of anger when he found out. And all Lucy could do was give a sad smile and say, "This is just like him," the whole time with tears in her eyes. Jill and Hans were heartbroken, and so was I. Yet after all that, for all this time, you finally show yourself, knowing full well that I'm here, and this is how you act by pretending you're someone else? Lecter. Sorry, no need for the scary glare. Still taking things way too seriously. It's like it'll take more than stepping up as crown princess to change that part of you. Oh. But you know, seeing you makes me feel kind of relieved. I always figured if someone like you became crown princess, you'd have virtually no freedom to do anything other than work. But from all that's reached my ears, it sounds like you're actually doing alright for yourself. And you even made some great new friends after I left the academy, didn't you? Nice. Sure did. Nonetheless, it's thanks to you that I was able to change it all. You were the one who gave me the first push in the right direction. I got the chance to thank you properly after you left. All this time, I've always been grateful to you. Well, consider me honored. Do I get a kiss in return? You do not. I may feel respect towards you, but nothing romantic. Oh, that's a bummer. There was me, all taken in by how pretty you'd become, wondering if this could be the start of something downright magical. And what happens instead? My dreams of romance and sweet smooches are crushed to nothing before they can even begin. I know you don't mean a word of that, you know. You're looking very sharp yourself, though. It's surprising to see. Every time I've seen you before today, it was in that heavily frayed uniform worn in the most sloppy way imaginable. I think you'll find I was merely making a fashion statement. That wasn't laziness or slobbishness. Every part of it was carefully calculated and considered to have maximum effect. The scary thing is, I actually believe you. It always seemed as if you cared for nothing but having fun and causing trouble, yet when it came down to it, you were wise beyond your years. And I've finally seen part of the reason behind that today. I'll ask you again, Lecter. How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne like this? Just what happened to you between you submitting your notice to leave the academy and now? Do you now? Huh, I have to admit, I never imagined that would be the case. On the contrary, I was expecting you to tell me to back off. Oh, ideos forbid. What reason would I have to suggest such a thing? After all, at the end of the day, our positions are functionally the same. I'm not sure I understand. Do you not think so? Personally, I find it difficult to believe that you would not harbor some hatred towards Erebonia as it is today. Grand Empire clinging to the glories of a bygone era ruled by the nobility and shackled by meaningless conventions? Am I wrong? People call me the Blood and Iron Chancellor, as though I hold the whole of Erebonia in the palm of my hand. But in reality, my position is far more tenuous. I have supporters and allies in the capital, certainly, but outside its walls, the nobility holds far more sway than any of them. And while it is true I hold a great amount of power in the form of the Imperial Army, Even then, I only truly command about 70% of it. The remainder is loyal to the nobility, who also maintain their own private armies. With those factored in, my advantage shrinks substantially. So you see, I'm still very much in the midst of a battle to truly exert control. Which is why you're building railways all over the country to expand your area of influence. You've been annexing new territory to that same end. As I've long thought, you clearly understand me better than anyone else. That is why I'll say this once again. Work with me, Your Highness. Your support, our nation will be able to bring about real reform faster than ever. The noble faction, bloated with its centuries of decadence, can be stopped before they even have the chance to unify against us. Surely that's what you desire more than anything. Let me just ask a simple question, Chancellor. What connection do you have with Ouroboros? I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I will say this, however. I'm a firm believer in using every resource at my disposal in the name of achieving reform. That's the way I believe in handling politics. I see. Well, it certainly does seem as though we would see eye to eye in many ways. And that's all the more reason why I'm afraid I must refuse your offer. Is that so? Yes, I find it difficult to like the rotten noble faction that exists in the Empire. Or perhaps you're right that hate is the more appropriate word. But my feelings of fear towards your methods are far greater than my feelings of hatred towards the nobles. What you seem to be doing is trying to compel Erebonians with a delusive utopia to whip them into an enthusiastic frenzy. No doubt by successfully convincing the people, the Old Guard will fall into the metaphorical firestorm created. And yet by then the gears will have already begun turning. There will be no satisfying a roused populace with a thirst for revolution. The storm will just keep growing larger and more ravenous, engulfing anything and everything in its wake. You know this, don't you, Chancellor? But of course, after all, that's what I intend to happen. It's the first stage of my reforms. I'd be more than happy to share further details with you if you were to decide to work with me, Your Highness. In the meantime, I wish you well in strengthening your foothold back in the Empire. Of course, if that's your intention, you'll find it a necessity to work with those nobles you so despise. You truly do see through everything, don't you? Well, that sounds like the noon bell. The airship should be arriving shortly. Which means it's time for me to take my leave, I'm afraid. I look forward to seeing you again in the capital in 2 weeks' time. Take it the discussion is over then? What's wrong? You look awfully tired. Oh, nothing. I'm just feeling odd and new at what a monster I decided to pick a fight with. Oopsie, I think it's probably about time for the airship to arrive. I'm gonna have to stop you there and get going. What? See ya, Sieg. Next time I see you, I'll bring you some Erebonian salami as a souvenir, okay? Wait, going to just disappear without telling me anything a second time? Oh, got an important question for you. Did you fall in love with someone while I was away? Oh? Hit the nail on the head, huh? Oh, that's so cute. First love, right? How's that feel? Heart all aflutter 1 minute, end of the world the next? Don't you dare start teasing me. But you're right, though. I did. You rejected me in this very spot not that long ago. Wait, you're joking, right? There's a coincidence I didn't see coming. I'm not so sure about that. Feels like you know everything sometimes. I'm not some kind of all-knowing, all-seeing divinity. That's what makes the world so interesting to me. Oh, I'm happy for you, Chloe. Knowing the pain of lost love is what makes a girl blossom, in my humble opinion. Do you feel like the whole experience let you get a step closer to the person you want to be? Well, how about you? Do you feel you're getting closer to becoming the person that you want to be? By being at the Chancellor's side? Kinda hard to do that when I don't have a person I want to be to begin with. I'm just sticking with him because it feels like it'll be fun. That's all. I've been doing it since before I joined the academy, in fact. Have? The prince is proving surprisingly capable, but he still isn't a match for the Chancellor. Tell him to watch his back, alright? So that he doesn't get swallowed up by that monster after he gets tired of dancing. Goodbye, Lecter. Thank you all for waiting. The Calabria International Airliner bound for the Principality of Remiferia will be departing momentarily. Please mind your footing when boarding. This star door is almost as long as that moon door that I just did. What the hell? I was told moon door is a long experience, star door is a medium experience, sun door is a mini game. And this one's a long experience, labeled as a medium experience. Falcom, you got some explaining to do. So that was the Blood and Iron Chancellor? I can't believe he actually went out of his way to use a civilian airship when he probably has a private one of his own. I heard rumors about how out of the ordinary he is, but he lives up to all of them. He keeps me on my toes, to put it playfully enough. And aside, thanks for coming all this way to see me off, Scara. I was wondering what Scara was doing here, but I guess if it's Olivier, that makes sense. I was lucky I just happened to have business here at the right time. Feels like this is gonna be the last chance we get to see one another for a while, after all. Rather unfortunate, as my dream is and always was to live away my days in the lap of luxury surrounded by women as beautiful as you. Well, good luck with that. Changing the subject, though, who's the young man at the Chancellor's side? Didn't strike me as your ordinary guy. Oh, you could tell? But of course. Say I'm used to running into people who are out of the ordinary at this point. We've sure fought enough of them. His name's Lecter Arundel. He's a secretary who was sent here by the Imperial government. Apparently, he was the one who planned out all the details of the Chancellor's visit to Liberl. I can't pretend to know much regarding his background, but he's exceptionally skilled at what he does. Actually, I know a little. What? Oh, is that true? Yes. Unbelievable. Then, someone connected to the Chancellor had visited Liberl first. He's very likely to have had his own veritable information network established here long before I even came up with the idea. I think it's safe for us to assume that's the case. Which means that it's safe to assume he knows about every detail about all that's happened here since. From the coup d'etat to the crisis regarding the Oriole, all of it. It's This man gets more unbelievable by the minute. He actually gave me a message to pass on to you earlier, too. Watch your back so you don't get swallowed up by that monster when you get tired of dancing. He sure knows how to sting where it hurts, doesn't he? Huh, I feel like I can see a whole new world of pleasure opening up before my eyes. You should know better. Getting outdone at every turn like this is really not my style. What do you mean? Captain Schwarz, I have a little favor I'd like to ask for when we're in the air. I'm rather impressed with how Prince Oliver has come along. No matter how he chooses to act from here on, he'll have his uses, to be certain. You would say that, given that you think of everyone as your pawns. There's me, the prince, that society. Indeed, and I'm much the same. We are but pawns on a vast game board that is the Empire, where a thrill like no other will take place. But it's because you too wish to see how that game plays out that you've chosen to stand with me, is it not? Well, hey, what can I say? Just don't forget that this piece right here might not be loyal forever. And such a betrayal would be perfectly fine by me. Or did you honestly think I'd never considered the possibility it may happen? Just thought I'd come out and say it. How are the other Ironbloods doing, by the way? Well, doing very well by the sound of it. If the right things are going, there's a chance all of the prince's efforts will be for naught. Perhaps I had to hold back on him a little. Ugh, you sure don't pull any punches, do you? You know something? I wouldn't write him off so easily if I were in your shoes. What? What? Heh. These look like rose petals. If you look out the windows on the right-hand side of the ship, you'll be able to see the famous high-speed cruiser, the Arsail. We've been informed that it is on our way to the Imperial capital with Prince Oliver of the Erebonian Empire on board. He has also given us a message to relay to all of the passengers on board today. I give thanks to Idios for the good fortune we've been able to meet you today. May your journey be filled with beautiful roses and her blessings. And of course, may your journey to your homes be a safe and pleasant one. That marks the end of his message. Never thought there was a bigger dumbass in this world than me, and yet here we are. Very well, debaucherous prince. I look forward to seeing what you can do. Show me how long you can hold out against me. Side story, Return to the Empire finished. Received Divine Eye, received 7,000 Mira. Holy moly, that one was a long one. That was longer than Moondoor number 4. I think the game lied to me by saying they're with categorizing some of these. All right.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Right.
Okay, let's make sure we get the best weapons we can. Actually, before I do that, let's make sure I didn't loot any better weapons to equip. Hold on, that's not right.
Oh, okay.
That's also not what I meant to do. I didn't actually do what I wanted to do. Theta. You have a 700 weapon. It's just 25 art strength, and this one's more art strength anyways, so actually Cavalry Cross is going to be better than the Akasha Cart. And I don't have any other weapon for Ren. Okay. Why is that the first option? Oh yeah, absolutely. Reading it out loud definitely increases the length a bit. But I was just commenting on... At the start of the game told me the moon doors, they're long experiences. The star doors are medium experiences. Or whatever their exact wording was. And this star door was longer than the last moon door that I did. Which I find a little bit comical. I mean, it's only 30 art strength, but yeah, whatever. I'm not really going to be using her for physical attacks anyways. And then the Rose Ripper is an extra 100. Oh yeah, like I've completely accepted that, or don't worry, I've completely accepted that my playthrough is going to be slightly longer because I'm reading all of the dialogue out loud. I'm under no illusions there. Oh yeah, and I stole all your gear. You're naked. Superior shoes. Are they really that superior? Here, let's... Let's unequip some stuff. Mainly the good accessories. That's everyone that should have a good one. Was Cornelia bracelet? Wait. Back to my characters. Well, let's do Orbment first before accessories, I guess, so I can figure out what we're doing. I'm doing with people. You have maxed out stuff. Don't. Oh, you have 800 EP. Okay. So let's take away the Emerald Gem. We'll give you... It's all one chain. That's pretty good. Yeah, and the extra funny thing is the story forced me into the first moon door. And it was about 15 minutes from when I would have ended stream. But the story forced me into the first moon door before telling me this. Then the first moon door was about 48 minutes. Well, part one of the first moon door was about 48 minutes. And then after that, it's like, oh, hey, the moon doors are long. And I'm like, you don't say. Maybe I don't need absorb. We can remove... We can remove a couple of things if needed. Oh yeah, like evade, higher levels of evade. I don't think I'll need more attack 4s than that. I don't know, maybe poison. Oh, I do have an evade 4. Hey, what does Richard come with? That's not Richard, that's Mueller. What does Richard come with? We'll take that. We have another evade 4. I don't care about the attack 4. Agate, I've already pillaged. Okay. Alright, Kevin, so you need a good time quartz. Shop. Yeah, it certainly could be. A shop quartz. Quartz. Garage. Time. So I can only get cast 2. Oh, we have a lot of quartz. Or a lot of Sepith. I just looked at how much we have. Oh, I didn't realize Action 4 took away movement. It's interesting. Who do I have in my party? Tita. Do that, and I guess I'll get a cast 2. A couple of cast 2s. Kevin. Let's get that action 1 to action Onyx Gem. Let's just get everyone to level. I mean, I may as well max out Chloe's slots because she's gonna be an arts user. Be Kevin as well. So let's see. Oh, let's go Chloe first. And replace that with Yin Yang. Replace that with HP 4. We can replace that with Mind 4. We can replace that with EP Cut 3. EP Cut 4. Evade and Cast 2. The other option is I give her range. I don't have a range 2. I thought I had range 2 on someone. On Scara? Do. Maybe it's not. Maybe I don't want range 2 on Chloe because she's limited to 4 blue ones for some reason. 3 blue ones? 3 blue ones, sorry. She's limited to a lot of blue. I shouldn't need information or haze. Here, it's Kevin. We'll give Kevin attack. Give him mind. He can... HP 3. Am I out of HP 4s? I have one more HP 4 somewhere. HP 3, HP 1, HP 3. Nothing. HP 1, mind 3, HP 3. Yeah, so I am. Alright, Kevin's getting HP 3. Evade 4. EP cut 4. And maybe I give him like... No, we'll give him range 2. Yeah, we'll give you Heaven's Eye. We'll give you... Evade 3. We'll give you... Attack 4. We'll give you... Have a Heaven's Eye. I could give you EP cut... Like, at the very least, I should give you EP cut 2. I think that's... perfect. I can get Septium Vein. Do I care about having death here? Is there something I would rather have instead of death? Probably. Maybe something I'd rather have instead of Absorb, but Absorb has decent elements alongside it. Oh, what I would probably rather have instead of Death. It's EP cut 3. Oh, baby, and that gives me the really expensive shit. Let's make that EP cut 4. And that's the really expensive shit. Yeah, so that can be Ren. And Chloe, I think you're fine. Do I have another... Who do I give the other evade... Give Chloe the other evade for, I guess? Is EP... EP4. That should become EP4. I don't think anyone else has... Yeah, nobody else has that. I could give Tita like shield 4, because... Maybe I give Tita shield over evade? Oh, except maybe I want... Right, because I want you to have that. So maybe... Shop. Size Quartz, slot, Tita. Maybe we upgrade that. While I'm here, I'm gonna sell a whole bunch of Space Sepith. Like 1,000... Give me 30 grand, just so I have a bit of money to buy some equipment with. I don't really care for those accessories. Can I buy better reviving stuff? No. No, I can't. I can buy more reviving stuff, though. Okay, let's make sure... Let's check my equipment. Let's finish this before I do get into any of that. You get that, you become very arts tanky. And I think, like, apart from not having 4s of everything, we're good. Like, I could give her move. Yeah, move's probably fine, because she has Onyx Gem, which is move -2, so we may as well balance that out a bit. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Alright, now let's double check my armor. You know what? How much is this? This is 24,000 for 3 of them? Only the best for my... Only the best for my team. Despite the fact that everyone's got an attack. Everyone except Chloe has an attack thing on, so they get minus a whole bunch of defense. And then Ren already has one. You get Crimson Eye for sure. Ren... Maybe you also get a Crimson Eye. And in your other one... I don't have anything that's like plus a ridiculous amount of strength. There's that, but that's also... that goes to Tita, I think. There's that. I might give her that. I don't need 2 things that prevent mute. There's that as first option. I could just give her a second... Where is it? Maybe I could give you moon glasses, minus 50 art strength. But plus a shitload of arts defense. Yeah, I think that's probably all right. And then Tita gets that. Removing all that arts defense that I just gave her, but we're still in the positives. And Kevin just gets whatever doesn't decrease the other stats. So you get that. And I don't know. I could make you really tanky if I wanted. Let's make you really tanky for now. Ren's 1600. Ren has a lot of stats, damn. I guess to be fair, she does have 13 levels on Chloe, so maybe if Chloe gains 13 levels, she would catch up. Alright, but that can be a question for next time. It's probably about time for me to cut it off for tonight. Oh, but when is next time? Because normally I stream, or try to stream Saturday, Wednesday. Normally I stream Wednesday and then try to stream Saturday. That's probably the best way to phrase it. Except, where's my calendar? Calendar. Wednesday is Christmas Eve. I will be busy with family that day, so I will definitely not be able to stream that day. I think I probably just stream on the Tuesday instead this week. I'll figure out. I should probably... Saturday's probably still fine. Well, Saturday might not be fine. We'll see. Yeah, 5 days away. I hope you've done your shopping, if you need to. My mom's birthday is Monday, so we're probably gonna go out over the weekend, so... Might end up being busy on Saturday as well. So definitely, I'll commit to definitely streaming on Tuesday, and then maybe I stream on Friday, maybe I stream on Sunday. Who knows? We'll have to figure that out. Ugh. Thank you. But yeah, thanks to everybody for hanging out tonight. Ugh, making good progress through this game. I feel we've got to be over halfway through. The 32 hours is a lie. This is the 7th stream of... Is it the 7th stream or the 8th stream? I can figure this one out. I can look at how many thumbnails I've created. Trails. This is the 8th stream, so we're closer to 24 to 25 hours probably. That turbo feature just adds a shitload of playtime. Yeah, that's it for tonight. We'll have a great night, and then we'll look forward to seeing you hopefully on Tuesday. Peace.